So I just wanted to be really quick and say that I'm at Myers right now and in the yarn store, and I know they're playing music, so I'm trying to be real quick. But so they have the different mandalas. They have the sparkle, they have the sequins, they have the regular mandalas, they have mandala baby, and they have mandala thick and quick. Mandala thick and quick, by the way, is on clearance. If you have a Myers store near you, this usually means clearance if it's orange. And the whole line of mandala thick and quicks are on clearance. They were $7.99 and they are $5.99 right now. So if you are a fan of the thick and quick mandala yarn, which they have really pretty colors, it's just never been really my thing, you know, the thick colored or the thick yarn, they have that on clearance. So just thought you guys might want to know. Public service announcement. All right, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? I lost my train of thought right in the middle of my own name for a second. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's a new first for me, I think. Anyway. Way to recover too, Heather. Great job. Welcome to Vlogust day 22. We've done it. We've made it 22 days. Okay. Very surprised. I didn't think I would make it this far into August without missing a day. I think it's because I'm stubborn, and once I decided to do it, I was like, well, I might miss a day, but I'm going to get through it, and it's because I'm stubborn. So I didn't get to film a lot today, even though it was a day off. The couple places that Damon and I went shopping, we actually did like a record shopping trip, like in and out, and didn't get that much stuff, and it was done and over. Partially because by the time we got to Meijer, I was like, I have to pee right now. And it was busy. Like, oh my gosh, town was busy today. I think it's because I think school starts Monday here? Tuesday. It starts Tuesday here. So everybody was getting the last minute like school shopping done, and the tourists were getting their like, oh, let's one final weekend and, you know, get our shopping done. I don't know. I feel like if I was visiting somewhere, I wouldn't get shopping done before. Maybe they're getting like memorabilia from the town. I don't really know what they were doing, but like everybody was out today. Meijer and Walmart were both super busy, like ridiculously busy. It's usually quite busy on Sundays, but I mean, it was overloadedly busy to the point where I was trying to tell him, or I was telling him, I was like, I don't even want to like go to the bathroom. I just want to get through the aisles and get our stuff and just go. Like, I don't even want to wait in the bathrooms or anything. Let's just go. So, like, luckily we only live like 5 minutes away from the store. So I think that contributed to our get in and get out kind of. I'm sure like over the course of tonight and tomorrow, I'm going to realize what all I forgot at the store and end up back there anyway. But, I guess actually when you guys are seeing this, it is Monday, isn't it? So yeah, tomorrow is when school starts around here. I thought it was today, but today is like, I had gotten like a calendar in my P.O. box, not a calendar, but like an event booklet of stuff. And today is the day they pick up their like their school IDs for like the high school and stuff. So I thought, I had misread it and thought that was the beginning of the school. Because, like, when I went to school, we didn't, I think, like, my last year of school, we had school IDs or something. And it was, like, the first year we had them. Because we had, like, this little dinky school where, like, the host school was probably, the whole school, I bet, had as many people as some of you guys have, like, in one class. Like, it was a very small little, like, podunk town. When I've said before, it's not just because of my obsession when I said I was basically raised in Hawkins, but I think that's why I relate to Stranger Things so well. Like not because of the mysterious going-ons, but like the normalcy of the small middle America town like that. I was basically raised there. It was even smaller than the town that I live in now. But yeah, it was a really little, just everyone knew each other and each other's business, and yeah, it was Hawkins. Speaking of Hawkins, so Damon was up before me today, and he went, I know I've mentioned my friend Joe's comic shop, and Joe, feeds my obsession by getting me the newest graphic novels, comic books. He's up to date with a lot of the new, like if new pop figures come out. Well, actually, I have him beat on the pop figures. I've gotten some that he hadn't even seen yet. But he does feed my nerdy obsession, right? So he had actually ordered this, and I didn't even know it existed until he ordered it. And Damon went and picked it up before I even woke up today. But I got this today, which that's not even the price on it. It was just regular priced comic book. He just gave us the bag and the little stiff holder to keep it, protected. But it's the summer edition, because they had a winter edition. I think I showed you guys actually probably during Vlogmas, where 11 was being told like Christmas stories by the kids, only in her imagination the Christmas characters were played by people in Hawkins. I can't remember one, like a specific example now, like say maybe like for the Grinch. Who was the Grinch? I know the Grinch was actually one of them, because Lucas was telling her the Christmas story of the Grinch. I know Hopper wasn't the Grinch. Was he? I can't remember now off the top of my head, but it was like, as an example, like maybe like Hopper was the Grinch or whatever, and but like, so it was the real story that the kids were telling her, but her imagination, you get it. Anyway, so in this one, moving on, in this one, for those of you that watch the show, these are Hopper's two deputies. These are Callahan and Powell, and this takes place during season 3, so not even any spoilers for season 4. Like you may have noticed, this is the old chick that gets flayed also, and she's creepy on her own, like without being flayed. I find this old lady character really creepy. Anyway, but the story is basically, it stars them, obviously, because they're on the cover. It goes through the whole, like, season 3 events, except it's them on patrol, right? So, like, if you're familiar with it. If not, you'll probably want to skip ahead for like a couple of minutes, because I'm going to babble for a minute or two. They're on night patrol, let's say, and they get called because at this public or private property, which is the steel factory, there is a abandoned car parked there. The abandoned car turns out to be Billy's Camaro. And they're like, I know this Camaro, it's Billy Hargrove's, and they're searching the steel mill for him. Well, obviously, the events of season 3 are starting then. So basically in the foreground are the cops' duties for the time, and in the background are what the readers know as the real story of season 3, and that's unfolding like the whole comic. So Billy's just coming out of the steel mill as they're inside of it, looking around, and they like narrowly miss, and they don't even know that they narrowly miss. The Mind Flayer tentacle is coming out to get them, and they hear Billy taking off, so they leave the steel mill to look and see what's going on. Where's his car? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, your regular small town cops. So they're like, we're not even going to write this up. We're going to catch up with him, tomorrow or the next day, because he's the lifeguard at the pool, like whatever. We'll find out what's going on. Let's go. So they go, and they don't even realize they were about to get flayed. It's just that kind of stuff. Like they just narrowly miss each other. And then like they go have something to eat that night. So then they're talking about how the next day they have to be at the protest. Well, the protest happens to be the protest that is in front of Mayor Klein's office when the Russian guy shows up there, and that's when Hopper first sees him. And then Callahan actually stops the Russian guy, but not for anything suspicious and not to actually like arrest him and not for any reason except for because they saw him at the same diner the night before and Callahan got sick. So he's like, I saw you at the diner last night. Did you have this meal? Because I feel sick all day and I was wondering if you had the same side effect. It's funny. I promise. I'm not telling it the best, but if you're a Stranger Things fan, if you like reading comics, it's worth picking up the summer edition. It's just a one shot. It's not like a whole, you don't have to buy extra comics or anything like that. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling about it now. You are released from the Stranger Things babblement. Anyway, so Damon got that for me today, which I thought was really sweet. And then we went on our way and we went shopping. He did his best friend duties and recognized the fact that I was hangry today and got me something to eat. And so we ate, we played some Pokemon. I went to Meijer's. I know I showed you the clip already, but if you have a Meijer's near you, I believe they are clearancing out the thick version of the Bernat Pop. Bernat Pop? The thick version of Bernat's cake yarn. Why am I going... Or of Mandala, I mean. Mandala Thick and Quick? I don't use thick yarn very often. I'm sorry. I had a brain fart. You know what I mean because you just watched the clip and I didn't. I'm sorry. Anyway, if you like that yarn, I think they are getting rid of it. From Meijer. Not necessarily from Lion Brand, but from Meijer. So they have it on clearance. It's clearanced out $2 now, but I know Meijer, and if they don't sell it out at that price, they're going to drop it again pretty soon, I'm sure. At least ours will. I don't know about everybody's. Then I picked up, they had 2 more of these yarns, which you have definitely seen before. I rearranged some of my yarn, and I do have the light in my face, but I don't think you can see it in my background. I'm trying to look in my camera. Now, I know I have it back here. Like, it is right back here by Eddie. A few of them. But I have like a big collection of these because some of these are going to be handed out for my Stranger Things summer, my Stranger Summer Mal, which will be coming to an end in September. So get your makes in if you are making something. I think it's September like 20th though, right? It's like whenever summer ends. So check the video for that, I suppose. But I'm pretty sure it's like the 20th if I've have my information correct. Have a little bit of time left. But if you've been around the channel, you know that my obsession with this is it's Bernat Symphony, and it is in the color, it's a flowery name. It's in the color, no it isn't, it's pomegranate. It's pomegranate punch. But I always feel that it is so reminiscent of the Demogorgon. Because it's got the same skin tone colors, like the Demogorgon, when we first see him, is like this grayish brown. And then even the Russian one is white and gray. And then obviously the inside of his mouth is very red. So I think it's very Demogorgon-y colors, very upside down colors. So, like, there's a lot of red showing up right here right now. And I guess there's a lot of red in it anyway, but the red is really showing right now. There's a bit of a halo to it, to this yarn. And the halo is adding to the lighter color of it. So, like in my hand, this is a little bit lighter looking. But the red is really showing up on camera. Yeah. I have officially in my own had renamed this Demogorgon, so I never remember the name of this ever. But every time since Meyer started carrying Bernat Symphony, since they don't have my maple color that I have been trying to collect, I can only find that online or at Joann's. And Meyer's is here in town and Joann's isn't. I have been grabbing this up instead. I want to get more of the maple, but this will definitely do for now because I want to do something in Demogorgon colors. And then I also picked up, the only other thing I really picked up besides groceries, I thought these were so cute for when I send out Happy Mail, but they're little Halloween stickers. Aren't those adorable? There's a super glare on them. Let me see if it's easy to get them out of the package right now. Sorry, I didn't anticipate the crinkling. And they're like, kind of like puffy, like... Here I go again with the 80s references, but do you remember the puffy stickers? These have like a puff to them. I didn't even think about that as I was getting them, but I was naturally attracted to these because Meyer's had other Halloween stickers, but I really like these. So I got those. They're so cool, especially now that I realize they're puffy. And there was like 2 sheets of them. And they're just little cute. They're cute. I really like them. And then everything else we got was just groceries, so nothing exciting there. And then I pretty much I came home and I've been listening to a combination of things on YouTube. I've been listening to a little bit of yarny things, like some yarn and crochet podcasts. I've been listening to a little bit of creepypastas. You know, I really like my lighthouse horror. And I've been working on my movie marquee blanket because I really want to get that done. I'd really like to get it done tomorrow and just be done because at the end of this week, you all know by now probably, Saturday is my birthday, which will be the 27th. Which if you haven't seen the video for that, if you want to find out what's in this, there's a giveaway that is active right now. It's the last video I posted, I believe. So yeah, check that out. And it kind of has something to do with the fact that it's my birthday, just because it's some of my favorite yarns. So I said birthday edition in the giveaway. But so I'll be busy, I guess was my point. The day before my birthday, my friend Andy, who is in the band Nocturnal Affair, he's also in a band called Delta Bravo. I have not got to see them live, but I've heard them. Both bands are on Spotify, YouTube. If you care to look them up, I don't think you'll be disappointed if you like rock music and stuff. They're really, really good. The singer is not Andy. He is the lead guitarist in the 2 bands, in both of them. He's super talented. But his band Nocturnal Affair is they're on tour right now. They'll be in Chicago on Wednesday, and then day off Thursday, so Friday, they will be in Battle Creek. So that'll be like an hour from me. So yeah, he and I have plans to meet up and hang out, and we're hoping to be able to have time to like grab dinner or something depending on his schedule. It depends on what his tour manager has got them doing. And then they're heading out to Ohio on my birthday, which originally I had wanted to go to Ohio to the show, but money-wise, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'm definitely going to see them so close to home for sure. Because we've been texting back and forth like for the last couple weeks, like, oh, I'm so excited, I can't wait to see you. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
So that's what I will have going on by the end of the week. And of course, I'm going to take you guys with. I don't know if I'll actually be able to record and post the musical part, but I'm definitely going to record like something along the way or at the show, and there'll be pictures. There'll be lots of pictures, so I'll make sure to include some of those, if nothing else. Yeah, that's all I got going on. I got to work the next few days before that happens, of course. And yeah, that's all I got right now, guys. I love, by the way, I just wanted to add, I do love, by the way, the over the last few days how we've been like talking in the comments and back and forth and stuff about like nostalgia and what creates it, and about the 80s. Of course, I love talking about the 80s. I love how this has almost become, like, Vlogust has almost become like 80s nostalgia time. I don't know, like, but you know what's really funny is, yes, I'm nostalgic all the time for the 80s, like, because I live the 80s in my head all the time, but the summertime kind of hits me really hard for like my childhood and the 80s and things like that too, because I have like this, I know this might sound stupid, how things can be tied to like one or two specific memories a lot too, but I have this really specific memory of my grandpa and I. And my grandpa, like, for those of you who don't know, I really, really, really love baseball. Like, I like a lot of sports, but I do really love watching baseball. Go Tigers. Detroit Tigers are definitely my team. I love them. I have always loved them, and it's because of my grandpa. And I remember my grandpa and I at the house, and we would watch like every game that was on TV. And I don't know, it's just like you can almost like feel a memory, you know? Like I remember like I had to be the kid that was like in front of this big the old style metal box fans. I had to be parked like directly in front of the box fan, and I had like my spot on the floor where I could like lay and watch the TV from like down on the floor, and my grandpa was in like his certain chair, you know, and like that was like our time, so we could sit and talk about baseball, like the best that, you know, a 50 or so year old man at the time and, you know, 6 or 7 year old girl we're gonna talk about baseball, but that was our time together. So like summertime and like the dead heat time, I guess, and I don't know, just like hot weather, fans, baseball time. All of that ties to a memory and reminds me of the 80s and gets me like super nostalgic too. I don't know, like everything makes me nostalgic though, like, because like I said, I'm super obsessive. You've gathered that by now, but yeah, I don't know why that popped into my head specifically. I think it's just because, like I said, I'm super happy that like this has all turned into like a big old chat where a lot of you guys have told me like some of your favorite things about the 80s, and I love hearing it. So like if you want to comment below all the stuff that you personally loved about the 80s, or if you have like some memory that you want to share, that would be awesome. I love hearing stuff like that. But yeah, so I guess that got me thinking about how it was fitting, because August always makes me think about stuff like that too, I guess, is my train of thought. I always try to explain my trains of thought, which don't always connect well. But anyway, but I digress. But yeah, if you ever want to share that with me and tell me like your favorite things from the 80s, or like what you miss the most about the 80s, or anything like that. Oddly enough, I wonder, well, that's probably not true. I was going to be a smart aleck and say, does anybody miss the yarn from the 80s? But I bet a lot of colors from the 80s are missed, right? I did not get to, like, my grandma did, what she did was plastic canvas. And she always had, like, red heart yarn because it was probably because it was the cheapest. But she had just solid colors to fill in her plastic canvas creations. Very rarely did she have variegated colors. And the most that I really experienced her yarn was like if she'd have me like help roll stuff into balls or like untangle knots or like that kind of thing I'd help with. She didn't crochet, she didn't knit. My aunt did that, but she didn't live that close to us, so I didn't like sit and watch her crochet or anything like that. So I didn't see and experience a lot of the different colors and yarns, but like the yarns that I have had from that long ago, I know were not the nicest feeling, but I know that I have loved some of the colors, and some of the ones that I've seen that I haven't had myself, I've loved some of the colors. So actually I bet some people really do miss the colors from the 80s. There's something that I wish that I had seen more of now that I think on that. So see, it is yarn related. Some of my nostalgia is yarn related. But anywho, I will end this and go for the night. I'm not sure if David and I are doing anything tomorrow or if we're just planning on being homebodies. I think he's trying to decide. He's asking me if I wanted to do anything, and I couldn't think of anything then. But if he doesn't find something he wants to do, and if he's up for it, I might ask him if he's want to go see if that new Joann's is like up and running and stocked, and because my old Super Joann's that is that way, they moved from the location they were at, and I thought they were permanently closing. They're not. They just moved locations. So I don't know what the new store looks like, if it's going to still be a big store, if it's significantly smaller, if it's even bigger. Time's going to tell. So maybe he will feel like it. I don't know. But I will let you know when I know, and I'll take you with if we go. So, all right. I will talk to you later regardless. Thanks for putting up with me. And I'll talk to you later. I love you guys. Bye.